Alright, so this video is going to be in the key of D, and I like to use this key a lot just because the alternate chords that I'm going to show you, they're just kind of special. Just the sound that they give, it's a pretty unique sound to this key. So let's get into it. Alright, so our home bass chord for this key is going to be D. And nothing's changed for this one. I like to use this D sus4, including the A string, and muting that low E and just strumming the rest. Just has a nice, big, powerful sound. So, like I said, I like to make things simple and to where they still sound good. So like what I like to do when I go to the A chord in the key of D, what I'll do is I'll bring my index up a string to where it's on the second fret of the D, and then put my middle finger on the second fret of the G string. And this is an A sus. We went over this in one of the earlier lessons. I think it was for the lesson in A. Nevertheless, this is an A suspended. I like to use a lot in the key of D. And then to get to the B minor, instead of doing this bar chord B minor that sounds like you're about to start playing a Spanish song, what we're going to do is we're going to play a B minor 7. And we can achieve that by just bringing up that index finger to the second fret of the A string. And then again, we're going to mute that low E. And for this one, I don't like to hear the high E either. So that one, I'm just kind of like, if you see that my finger is just barely touching that E, and it's not letting it ring out. Just the way that I'm reaching up to get to that B note. So that's how I play this B minor 7. And then the last chord is a G chord, and I'll typically play this just the main way that I play G. I just think that this one is the most logical to reach to, and then also it just has that same full sound as the rest of the chords. So let's go into the variations of this one, which I think it's also fun, but not too difficult. I picked these up from Phil Wickham. I can't remember which video it was, but it was one of his earlier songs, and I just wanted to learn how to play that. So to play this, we're going to have this main form, and we're going to use that for 3 out of the 4 chords that we'll find most often in the key of D. So here we'll have our home bass. This is our D. So we're going to have our index finger on the 10th fret of the low E string. We'll have our middle finger on the 10th fret of the B string. So we have that. And then we'll put our ring finger on the 11th fret of the G string. And that's the sound that we get. So again, naturally our index finger is going to mute that A string. So we don't want to hear that A string. Then we'll hear that D string open. Then we'll have the ring finger there, and then the middle finger. And I don't typically like to let the high E string ring out, but you know, if you want to, I'd say go for it. You get an interesting sound there. So we're also going to use this shape on the A and the G chords. So to slide this down, or to get an A, we're just going to slide this down to where our index and middle are on the 5th, and to where the ring is on the 6th fret. Just like that. And then to get to the G, we're just going to slide this down another 2 frets to where our index and middle are on the 3rd, and then the ring finger is on the 4th fret. Back to the A. And then here we have the B minor. So earlier we went through the B minor 7 like this. We're going to do the B minor right here. The middle, the ring, and the pinky are all going to be on the 7th fret. And still muting the A string. So this one should sound like this. And those are the variations for playing chords in the key of D, really just on a different spot on the neck. So I'd say experiment with that. I know plenty of songs that they'll just use the top two fingers and just play these three strings instead of putting the middle finger. So you get right. So yeah, mess around with that. This is super fun and not too difficult. So yeah, we'll see you in the next video. I think we're gonna do B next. Kind of went out of order what I normally do, but anyways, be looking forward to that video. It'll probably come out at the same time actually. So yeah, we'll just see you in the next video.